Hey, 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 it is Toi Joi back at you on the KEIC network. Here we are in the studio live with Mr. Sergio, sharing some information with you about the water health store and about the great is water on the planet. Can't find nothing better than this, alkaline water. And I have Miss Beverly here and Mr. Micaiah Aj Ford. We have some stuff that we have some information. They always get me about my stuff. I love to say that word, y'all, stuff. So I got to get off of saying that. So we have some interesting testimonies that we got to share with y'all. Man, this is some good stuff. I have never heard of dogs being revived, their reproductive system being revived. We got a story for y'all about that. Miss Beverly gonna tell y'all about it. Miss Beverly?
Yeah, you know, when I went to the water store, one of the things that really impacted me and made a believer out of me, a customer had purchased some water and for herself, and when she got this bad report that her dog was dying of old age, she decided, well, golly, if this living water can restore my body to good health, let me see what it can do with the dog.
Yeah.
So this woman said she gave this dog this water, and this water revitalized this old dog and restored the dog's reproductive system. The dog actually went in heat.
Oh, my goodness.
Actually got pregnant and produced babies. Had six, I think it was 6 puppies.
Six puppies, and the dog was how old?
How was that dog?
12
years old. And by human standards, that dog was on her way to her grave.
Right.
Now, when I heard about that reproductive revitalization, I wondered about that because at my age, I don't want to, have my reproductive system restored to where I have more babies. So I was really wondering about this water. Well, when
you said you don't want to have yours revived.
No,
but I started drinking this water, and Mr. Sergio did not tell us this. But it was listed.
Ooh, Lord.
It was actually listed.
Wait a minute. Is this going to be X-rated? Don't let this be X-rated.
Well,
okay.
I mean, if it can restore a dog's reproductive system, I thought, well, what is it going to do to my system? Well, one of the things I found out about this alkaline water, I mean, it's almost like Viagra. I started drinking this
I thought she wasn't going to go there.
And I'm here to tell you that it revitalized my reproductive system, and when it does that, it actually what it's doing is fixing the woman's hormone system, and actually,
so it's putting your hormones back in check.
Yes.
So women that you've had a baby, you going through menopause, you going to post-menopause, whatever, everything that you're going through, this gonna balance you.
Right, and it restored my system, and what happened is I started back having. It actually stimulates the reproductive system to where you actually feel aroused. I
was hoping she would go there.
Now, this is for married people now. Married people.
Please don't have y'all cheering and listening to this.
I had to
tune them off.
I actually had to do a lot of praying because as a single woman without a husband, I'm celibate.
You weren't supposed to tell them
saved
that.
and celibate. But that water, I knew the water was working because it was revitalizing all my systems, and my blood pressure dropped. I was on high blood pressure medication, and do you know, Mr. Sergio told me, I cannot tell you to stop taking your blood pressure medication, but once your body gets restored, your organs are going to be functioning better, and your blood pressure is going to lower on its own because the body's going to fix itself. My blood pressure started dropping so many notches. I went to my doctor. I told my doctor, and she told me to reduce my blood pressure medication. So this living water has so many benefits.
And you know what, y'all? And another thing about how Miss Beverly said that this water lowered her blood pressure, there was also another testimony from, remember last segment we had Miss Niamani on here. She was a film producer, recorder. She also had a great testimony about the water. She went back to the doctor, and they told hers was low when she was on high blood pressure medicine. Isn't that interesting?
And to add to that, I don't have high blood pressure, but
he was a non-believer, y'all.
I was one of those people that went online and looked at it, and
I brought it home to him, and he was like, "Honey, I don't know about this."
Yeah,
he gave me a hard time.
I'm a skeptic, and I have to look and read things, for myself, but. what happened was my beautiful wife bought this house with this huge yard that takes me about 6 hours to 6 hours to do. So usually I have about 3 Red Bulls and a Monster on hand. We didn't have any bottled water, so I was like, okay, I'm going to try it. Man, I start drinking that water. When he says you feel it instantly, y'all, it takes me 6 hours to do this yard. I got it done for 2.5 hours.
Wow.
Done. I have
Yes.
lost 7 pounds in 2 weeks. I've lost all my little love handles. Everything
He's
is
handsome.
just gone.
I can say this about my husband, y'all.
So
Mhm.
it does work, and it is
Yes.
instant gratification.
And I've
when it
noticed
comes
a
to this.
different energy level in him as well. I mean, he has a lot of energy now. So I can say that this has rejuvenated his energy.
That is correct. You see, all those things, you see, that you heard, all those testimonials that you heard tonight, it is because that when the body become healthy,
Mm-hmm. That's right.
see, your oxygen level raise, and every living cell in your body become optimal.
Absolutely.
See, so no matter what, you're going to feel like you were 20 years old or 30 years old.
Absolutely.
Because your body right now is very stable. The
Right.
pH of the body is balancing. See,
Right.
and this is what's so hard for many people to understand, because they don't have the faith.
Right.
God says without faith, forget it.
Mm-hmm.
See, we will not move forward.
Faith without works is
It's dead.
dead.
See,
Absolutely.
And so what I'm going to ask you to do for me, as of tonight, okay, change your way of thinking. See, because life is nothing
right.
but the meaning you add to it. And alkaline water, as a health consultant, I can tell you one thing is that I remember when I used to be about 325 pounds.
He said 325 pounds.
That I used
Yes,
to be.
he did.
That's correct. My
And
problem.
he's thin and slim here today, y'all.
That's correct. See, my problem was that I could not tie my shoes. See, because my belly was on the way.
That's not funny. It's not funny. There's so many people that struggle with that, for
You see,
real. That's
believe
serious.
me. This is one of the worst things that any man
Absolutely.
can go through in his
Uncomfortable.
life.
Wow.
But guess what? Though? In 90 days, by drinking this water, I was able to drop 90 pounds.
90 pounds?
90 pounds. Okay. So right now, for the past 7 years,
Wait, how many 90 pounds in how many days?
in 90 days.
In 90 days.
Bottom
So you
line.
dropped a pound a day.
That's
you were
correct.
dropping.
That's correct. Bottom line.
So
See?
I ain't gonna say that.
See,
Go on.
again, the reason being is the fact that one thing that you have to understand is that our body has the power to heal itself if we're giving it the right stuff.
That's right.
You
That's
see?
it. You have to give it what it's telling you that it's calling for.
See?
Our body talks to us, y'all.
That's
and
correct.
we have to listen. We were uniquely designed in that form for our bodies to talk to us, to tell our minds what we need.
Now, and one of the things I wanted you to address is the cost. I was surprised to find that especially for people who buy bottled water.
Thank you for bringing that up.
It's actually a little less than what
That's
you're already
right.
spending.
That's correct.
That's
That is
right.
correct.
If y'all
That's
want to
correct.
talk pricing, come and visit Mr. Sergio at his water health store in Plano. I mean, he has everything that you need, even the bottles for the water. There's some interesting information about the water bottles that we drink, because the water bottles itself, the plastic has toxins. Can you
That's
tell
correct.
us about that?
Of course, yes. As a matter of fact, and you see, and it has been proven that the chemical on those plastic actually causes so many diseases in our systems.
Right.
See, people have to understand that right now the government has mandated all those companies to actually use a certain numbers. See, and so basically, people out there right now, as you're buying bottle of water, look in the bottom. There's a triangle. Inside that triangle, if it's a 1. Therefore, once you drink that water, trash that bottle. Don't use it. No, do
Put it
not
in
use
trash.
it anymore. See, because it's going to unleash toxicities.
Absolutely.
And as a matter of fact, those bottles are made up with petroleum, which is oil. And guess what? It is all toxin going back to your body. And when you use number two, number 3, all those used for short time, do not continue use them. You want a good bottle? First thing you can do, you could buy any bottle with a grade 7, or you could buy a very good, powerful stainless steel canteen. See, and those do not leash. As a matter of fact, many of our symptoms, which is crazy in the United States, see, it's derived from the plastics.
Wow.
What were you telling us, Mr. Sergio, about a disease cannot live?
Well, you know what? There's some more information. If you could stay with us for one more segment, we'll come back and we'll get into some deeper things here. Okay?
I think that would be great, because I think that we got so much information here that we want to educate you listeners with. The reason that we're coming at you with this is because of one thing. We love you. We want you to be educated. about our bodies, about our health, so that we can prolong our lives here. And God wants the best. He wants the best for our bodies. So stay with us. Stay tuned. This is Toi Joi, KEIC Network. We're here today with Mr. Sergio from the Water Health Store. Come back and join us for another segment of great, valuable information.
You're listening to Toi Joi.